Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna stream a little bit tonight. Oh. Oh, I'm almost dead.
Billy has a ruby wine and Yari a cup of mead, a bronze strout for fry with trouts fresh cut from the stream. Gloin espied an old Poseidon lovely to behold, but best of all throughout the hall was ale of shining gold.
Yeah, that is my favorite song. We got orcs.
Alright, let's go back. Sorry about that.
The Cicero said hola.
Hola! Hey, Axebeard. Hi, Cicero. Sorry, my wife had surgery today and got her second knee replaced. So she called me, so I had to go run. It was actually a phone call from the grandkids. Just wasting a little bit of time goofing off.
The Cicero said I've had a knee replacement.
Oh.
No need to apologize at all. Good to be here.
Well, I hope your knee is fully functional. My wife just did her first one.
Axebeard said I figured you were on nurse detail. LOL.
Yes, I am.
I hope all went well for her.
Oh, Axebeard, it was a disaster. It took 4 hours longer than it should have. They screwed up the IV. She woke up during the surgery. It was not a fun day. They moved it to a new hospital. We had the same doctor. The doctor's great, but the people there were very novice, and they had a hard time. My wife is a hard... What the heck did I just hit? My wife is a hard stick with IVs, and there's only 2 people at the hospital that knew how to use the little ultrasound device to find the right vein. And I was like, wow. I'm sad enough. I was like, I'm watching the Three Stooges here. What the heck is going on? Was not happy. And like I said, they had to stop the surgery. She woke up. It's just bad. It was bad news. But she's home now. She's safe.
The Cicero said normally it's in the hand for 4 for major surgery.
Yeah, well, she's got 6 holes in her right foot, 4 in her left foot, 3 or 4 in each hand, and like a half a dozen between the 2 arms. And I'm not exaggerating. We took pictures. I was pissed. And it's not like she just didn't have surgery. She's had like 4 or 5 major surgeries. You know, including one in February for the other leg. So.
The Cicero said I'd be livid.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like frickin' ridiculous. Yeah. It was not a good day. But she troopered through. And at least this one's the last one. I think after this experience, if this had been her first experience, there's no way she would have done the second one.
The Cicero said I am glad she is well. That's what counts.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely agree. It really points to the fact that, at least in the US, we have a significant lack of healthcare professionals. We just don't have enough of them. Like, they opened this hospital, and I was talking to the guy who admitted, oh damn, I didn't want to do that, who admitted they didn't have the staff to use that little ultrasound device. And he's like, well, it's like a week-long course to go learn how to use this and a couple other devices, but there's not enough staff for us all to go to get training.
The Cicero said, where are you? State-wise.
Northern Virginia. 40 miles outside of Washington, D.C. And so we're not in an unpopulated area, and nor a I would consider it way better than where I grew up in the tip top of upstate New York. Um,
Axbeard
yeah.
said, have you updated the mod to get the buildable evening ale keg yet?
Oh, I have not. Is it available? Is that the only thing he added, Axbeard, or did he add something else?
Axbeard said he updated it. I think that's all he added. I haven't updated yet.
I have not, but I am tempted to do that.
The Cicero said, good call, Axe. I'll go down a deep rabbit hole, lol.
Yeah, I really can't say anything bad about the doctor. I mean, he's part of the group that takes care of the Washington Commanders football team. I mean, he's well known, well respected, and he did his job just fine. It's just this new hospital, not enough people. I think if I was doing a career over again, given everything that's going on, instead of technology, I would have gone. I almost went into healthcare, but didn't. I think now it's probably a good idea.
The Cicero said so. I ask every content creator this. What's your standout moment in the game, and you can't say dragon?
It'd have to be building. Some of the builds I've made over time. Yeah. Standout moment is building. I don't know which building. I guess my favorite build that I've done a few times or some videos on. Back in the day when building was a lot harder and I learned how to build and made videos to teach people how to do it. I think that would be it for me. How about you?
The Cicero said, I get a different answer every time and I love it. Axe punked out and said dragon, lol.
I mean, I love the storyline, don't get me wrong. But
the Cicero said mine was the first orc camp.
That's a good memory. First time I found the orc camp, killed the boss. That's a good memory. Certainly enjoyed that.
Axbeard said new mod. Earlier elven farm boxes. I'm not interested in that mod. but excited for any mod authors.
Earlier elven farm boxes. Which ones are elven farm boxes?
The Cicero said blarg.
You mean the elven tree farm boxes?
Axbeard said elven farm boxes equals Elebreth's blessing.
Ah, Albert's blessings farm boxes. Never really thought that was a necessity getting that earlier. But I agree with you. Now I want to encourage as
The
many...
Cicero said cheater lol.
Oh, I've played enough of the game. I am more than happy to get mods like fat stacks and epic items in every slot and the old buildables like I'm testing out here. Is that a hole in the world? Or
The
just...
Cicero said not towards you. Towards X. He knows.
Ah, it was just a... It's not a...
Axbeard said Cicero is a console player. He's just jealous.
Oh... You know, for Father's Day, I got a controller.
The Cicero said blarg.
Blarg. But I haven't even used it yet. Oh, missed.
The Cicero said do you like spears?
Not my favorite, no. I like the two-handed war maul hammers, pickaxe looking things.
The Cicero said face with tears of joy.
Yeah, they're my favorite.
The Cicero said fair.
Wow, lots to repair in here.
Axbeard said he likes diggin' tools. Face with tears of joy.
Well, remember the Dwarven way. Any tool can be a weapon. I can dig with it, I can craft with it, I can beat an orc in the head with it. Universal tool.
Axbeard said I have universal tools, my fists.
Yeah, I know.
The Cicero said multi-tool from the army springs to mind haha. The Cicero said troll next on my list for fists.
Oh. I'm not a fan of the fist. Well, I mean, I have nothing against people that do the whole brawling thing, or being a pugilist is
Axbeard
fine.
said yes.
Just not my style. I did get the streaming for Steam setup, Axbeard, so.
The Cicero said it's not mine either, but he laid the challenge down.
Oh, I know. There's another piece that's not available. How am I supposed to light that? There we go.
Axbeard said nice. Did you schedule your own slot for this weekend? Or are you just joining in on Friday night's stream?
I have not scheduled anything yet. I did test it and made sure I could see the stream. I have not scheduled. But I might have some time, so I figured I'd get everything ready and then set up. I'm gonna try to stream Saturday morning. I don't know what I'm gonna stream though. I don't think they want us streaming stuff with mods, right? Or do they care?
The Cicero said any attention is good attention. Stream with mods.
I gotta read the rules. There were some things that, you know, I read the stuff about, and Jubo gave me the breakdown of, you know, things they'd like us not to say or mention if we know about anything coming out and stuff like that. But those are all easy to follow. I didn't know about the rest. Well, there's one of the things I don't have a replacement part for.
Axbeard said well, you are already on the schedule for Friday night with Nolia, Davey, and me. I used fat stacks on mine, but I didn't advertise it. I also made a watermark overlay that covered my hotbar. The Cicero said sorry for language. Axbeard said less questions that way.
I don't care about the language. Yeah, I get that. Less questions. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Did you use one of their pieces of art, or did you produce something else? I hadn't noticed. People seem to have artwork all over the screen sometimes, and it's just a thing. Huh. That's weird.
Axebeard said I made my own overlay art. I try to keep that stuff to a minimum. It can take away from the game.
Yeah, I think so too. Look at that. So I can embed, I don't know how much of a delay I have, but I can embed this into that piece.
The Cicero said I do like Axe's overlay.
I have to look at one of your streams and see what you did, Axe. But look at this. Cannot overlay this one. It's red. Wow, that's weird.
The Cicero said floor pieces I think.
Oh. No, I think it's this wood. No, that if it's wood, if it's I can do this one. No, that one doesn't want to do it either. Nope, not the floor. But that doesn't have wood on that side.
Axebeard said overlaying pieces gets there's some kind of restriction on the number of collisions the game ups.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. I've noticed perspective can sometimes fix it too. Ah.
The Cicero said wood and stone don't mix in my experience.
I just don't know what I'm going to use to repair this. I'd have to knock the rest of it down, which I guess I could do.
The Cicero said try a column.
No, I want to match these is the problem. Oops. I hate it when things don't match well.
Axebeard said order of operations matters too. If that crossbeam causes a piece to be red, you might be able to remove it, place the arch, then put the crossbeam back.
True. But I know that it wasn't
The
the
Cicero said
crossbeam.
that was a Ninja Gaiden jump attack, haha.
That's funny. Because on the side there wasn't a crossbeam on the side, and I couldn't place it there either. So something about overlaying those two pieces just would not mesh.
The Cicero said nailed it.
Yeah, not too bad. I still don't like the fact that there's no cone effect on the hammer like on the pick, so you can't get the stuff like back in there. See, you can't get back in there. Oh, maybe I can get that one. Maybe in this building, because it's not right up against the wall, I'll be able to go around the other side.
The Cicero said good enough for government work.
That's funny. My wife hates that saying.
The Cicero said oops sorry.
Oh, I don't care. Hey, I tell people all the time I did 10 years in the federal government. Well, I should say technically it was 9 years and like 8 months. And I tell people they let me out for good behavior. I did not enjoy that experience that much. Very tough to do anything.
The Cicero said going with Navy?
No, I was not in the Navy. I was a contractor for the Navy for a while. But no, I was not in the Navy. I worked at the United States Patent and Trademark Office.
The Cicero said gotcha.
Yeah, civilian side, not military side. I grew up in an army household though,
The
so
Cicero said same red tape lol.
yeah, pretty much. It's just crazier. I don't know. I don't like politics. I should have known better than get involved in the federal government. Of course, at the time, I really didn't think patents and trademarks would be political.
The Cicero said amen.
Wrong.
So why'd you choose here to build?
Well, I wanted to test out the new that new mod that brought back all of the old build pieces that they took away from 1.2 on. And when the mod came out, you can put it in, and they were never in sandbox, those pieces. So I'm like, oh, I want to create a sandbox, try out the mod. So that's what I decided to do. Started it the other day, but really enjoyed it so far. This is just a relaxing thing for tonight because it was a long day. That and I have to be up to give my wife her next round of medication. When is I got timers set. I should probably check.
The Cicero said does look good. Glad Axe gave me a link.
1 hour 50 minutes. Yeah, it's a real shame you can't use mods on the game stations. So you can't actually access any of the files on the consoles at
The
all.
Cicero said I prefer no mods personally.
Yeah, I played like that for a long time. But then after a while the game got less exciting. One of the things that I didn't like about the game is when I got into building, it would take me forever to carry materials between worlds. And doing big builds, you go through a ton of materials.
The Cicero said I like that part lol.
Oh. Not me, man. Mm-mm. Do not like it at all.
Axebeard said I always do / recommend a clean, mod-free, playthrough before using mods.
Oh, me too. In fact, I've said it, played through a couple of times, no mods, enjoy the game, figure the game out. Hmm.
The Cicero said I have 4 characters. 1 each with sandbox and campaign each. That's enough for me currently.
I never did much more than Mereak. Guess I never really saw a reason why to have more than one character. I mean, I do have a couple, I just never really use them. I have test characters, like I think I have a dwarf called Test.
The Cicero said everyone plays differently and that's the beauty of it.
Sure. Hey, whatever makes you happy. Abso-frickin-lutely.
Axebeard said I have Axebeard, Builder Axebeard and Brawler Axebeard. Smiling face with open mouth.
Well, at least you're consistent. I was disappointed when they got rid of the long, like, last names and whatever.
The Cicero said G-use. Axebeard said profanity filter killed character limit on names. Thanks Xbox. Unamused face.
It was the profanity filter that killed it?
You orc filth! I will
Darn
tear
it, I
you
don't
down.
want a siege. Can't you see I'm building here?
The Cicero said ugh no. It didn't, it was Steam ya dork.
Why did Steam do that? Was there a limitation? I don't know. Something's weird about that, if you ask me.
Axebeard said yep, that's also why they took groin out of the random name generator.
Well, I knew groin as a name bothered.
ZETA1127 said I have one main character I have used for everything, and a second I haven't used yet. The Cicero said amount of players.
Well, they don't have a central name database. It's not like we all can't be named the same thing. I don't know.
The Cicero said hello Zeta.
Hey, Zeta.
Axbeard said sorry Cicero. Devs have confirmed it was the Xbox/Microsoft profanity filter.
Really, I must have missed that. For the length, too.
Axbeard said hey Zeta. The Cicero said BRB y'all some night owls lol. The Cicero said lies X. Axbeard said yep.
Huh. Where are you, Cicero? Because here on the East Coast it's only 9:30, so not really that late. If you told me where you were once, I probably forgot. Sorry.
The Cicero said AL. It's 20:30 here. I don't sleep well. BRB.
Ah. Oh, no. That's not correct.
The Cicero said what did I miss?
Oh, nothing. I was looking. I was checking on my wife, sorry.
The Cicero said no worries. Family first always.
Yeah, I agree. Alright, so... I got 2 of these back to back. Or back to side.
The Cicero said if I were to place the statue that gives the lembas bread ingredients, where should I put it?
In sunlight. It must have sunlight. Other than that, you can put it wherever you want. And it'll use one of the Affian lamps, or if I'm saying that right. Just like any other planter.
The Cicero said decoration-wise?
Well, that's just a matter of personal preference, wherever you want to put it for decoration. But for it to work, it just needs sunlight. It doesn't matter anything else.
The Cicero said yes. I'm asking your opinion, mate.
Oh, you're asking me an opinion of where to put it? I don't know. I just usually I'm not good with that whole interior decorating thing. I'm more of
Axbeard
the
said I sent you a pic in Discord, Mereak.
I'm more of a construction where things are kind of guy, or how things are built. You sent me. Okay, hold on. In Discord. I don't even think I have Discord open right now. Give me a second. Loading up. Oh, dude. And they all work? Wow. Fantastic. I love that. He said he's going to document how to do it on GitHub. I got everything but the wrapping done last time, and I never went back to it. It's that last wrapping packaging part that confused me with making these mods. Then I got distracted by life and squirrels and never got back to it. But I don't know if you caught my conversation with him online today. It was, he's saying he's not
Axbeard
comfortable.
said whether or not they magically refill remains to be seen.
Oh yeah, I get
The
distracted
Cicero
by
said
squirrels. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh. Look at that. Fine.
Axbeard said I saw your convo with Tobil Chiro. I knew there was a language barrier.
His written English is pretty good. No worse than mine. And I'm native, so he's fine. I was trying to figure out what language he did speak. I was hoping it was Spanish because my son-in-law would be more than happy to translate.
Axbeard said I agree.
But yeah, if he does the documentation and it gives me enough clues to finish the rest, that'd be awesome. Because I'll make a video. I gotta go get a builder's pack. I gotta add builders packs to mine. Did you update your world?
Alaskan Care Gaming said hey oh, how's
Hey.
rebuilding going?
Oh, not bad, Alaskan. When I'm not dying of starvation. Alright.
The Cicero said Alaska. Axbeard said I did update my warehouse file. Builder's Epic Backpack now has trophy mats. The Cicero said X, make a spear mod. I may consider switching to PC.
A spear
Axbeard
mod?
said file available in my Discord.
Cool, Axe. I'll go look at that a little later. So you like spears, Cicero? Is that your thing?
Alaskan Care Gaming said hey Cicero, Axbeard. The Cicero said spear OP.
Now, just the spear, or do you mean the spear with the X, the pole arm? I guess technically the long spear was a pole arm, right? So,
Alaskan Kayer Gaming said that's a halberd. I find the spear only good when you can charge it.
yes, the halberds are pole arms too, and yes. But I was trying to figure out if he only likes the, or they only like the,
The Cicero said tier 1 spear is amazing. Axebeard said Cicero, you switch to PC and we can do a co-op campaign together where I will use strictly spear and fists.
oh no, he's just teasing you.
Alaskan Kayer Gaming said and charging is hard because in groups you get interrupted all the time.
Yeah,
The Cicero said oh snap. Axebeard said he only likes to give me crap. Smiling face with open mouth and tightly closed eyes.
well, if you have a PC, we can give you a
Axebeard
key.
said hello Alaskan. The Cicero said Alaska. Learn the spear cancel. Alaskan Kayer Gaming said spear cancel. The Cicero said welcome to spears.
Well, in real life, the spear was a very common weapon, used all over the world.
Axebeard said Mereak's right. I can get you the game and some DLCs for free, including artbook and OST. The Cicero said ask Davey. The Cicero said we can marinate on it axe lol. Alaskan Kayer Gaming said all this hammer work is making me think of hubby trying to hide the fact he brought the god pick into our game lol.
Oh, he did, huh? Oh, I'll be honest, I can't really blame him. Axebeard was right. Once you go god pick, you can't go back. Very
The Cicero
hard.
said I saw that and it was hilarious. Alaskan Kater Gaming said LOL, it was funny as heck. He was like, what? I mocked him, what? He turned away and changed to the repair hammer. The Cicero said, it's a hammer, I have a hammer.
Oh.
Alaskan Kater Gaming said, no, I have a Thor hammer. LOL, it shines like the pickaxe but it is a hammer. LOL. Alaskan Kater Gaming said, how's Mrs. doing?
Better now that she's home. But I was telling him
The
earlier.
Cicero said, so Axe, if I do switch, I'll need some guidance.
I was telling them earlier, Alaskan, she had a hard time today. The surgery ended up being fine, but she woke up during the middle of it. And led to a 4-hour long extra ordeal that she had to endure. It was not
Alaskan Kater
fun.
Gaming said, oh no. That's awful.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Wasn't great. I was not happy. I think I'm gonna have to get going.
Alaskan Kater Gaming said there better be a ton of her favorite ice cream in that freezer.
Yes.
Dang. Surgery pain is the worst when the meds are mistimed.
Yeah, it was a little more than that. It was a bunch of mistakes because it was a new hospital that didn't have enough trained staff. We really, after COVID, a lot of people that I know, they just got out of nursing and...
Axebeard said, Cicero, Mereak is the one for PC guidance.
Well, what kind of guidance do you need? Like how to set it up? Or, well, that's weird. Look at that. You can see through those blocks. Meh, I can put that back. Are these adamant or are these... Oh, they're granite.
The Cicero said, I would need all the help, LOL. Haven't PC games in 15 years, LOL.
Oh, if you just need to know how to use a PC and install the software and stuff like that, sure. I'm not sure if you were talking about buying a PC, that's a different story. I mean, I don't know what's available right now in your part of Europe. I would assume you guys have Amazon. I mean, they've pretty much taken over the universe. But yeah, I can help answer questions. For sure.
The Cicero said, I'm in Alabama.
Oh, Alabama. Oh. I thought you said it was 2:30 in the morning. Did I misread what you said? Alabama. Oh, I've been there. You're definitely definitely use Amazon then.
The Cicero said, and I'll hold you to that.
In fact, my last job I had 350 people down in Lafayette, Louisiana. Went there a lot.
The Cicero said 2030. Military time.
Oh. I misread that, dude. I got up at 4:30 to go to the hospital. Didn't get much sleep. For some reason I read that, and I'm not dyslexic, at least that I know of, and I read that as 02:30.
The Cicero said OIE Louisiana. Family there.
Oh, in Lafayette or someplace else.
The Cicero said it's okay. No worries. Yab. Need there.
Well, I'm gonna have to get going. That's an hour and a half long. Looks like my wife is starting to get fidgety and her drugs are about to wear off. So you all have a good night, and thanks for watching, and I enjoyed talking to you all.
Alaskan Care Gaming said good night.
Have a good one. Let's see, which one's
The
that
Cicero
one?
said sleep well, brother.
Have a good one.
Axebeard said